In 2019, the website Fangamer, which sells officially licensed products for popular indie games, released a Hollow Knight companion book titled Hollow Knight: The Wanderer's Journal. In-universe, the journal is written by a character named Ellina the Chronicler who does not appear in the game. However, there are many implications that her journey through Hallownest is happening simultaneously with the knights, and her observations give much insight into the game's lore. Let's take a look at Ellina and what she is able to learn in her travels through Hallownest. In the book's in-canon introduction page, Ellina the Chronicler introduces herself by her name and title and also provides a portrait of herself. She is a ladybug and is depicted holding a quill and parchment. Ellina describes herself as a wanderer and reveals that she has decided to leave her journal in Hallownest for another wanderer to find. She is, of course, a visitor to the kingdom from another land, though she doesn't specify where. The beginning of Ellina's journey looks a lot like many Hollow Knight players. She begins in Dirtmouth and then travels to the Forgotten Crossroads, Green Path, Fungal Wastes, and the City of Tears in that order. Beyond that, the order of the places she visits is a lot less linear, with areas that have no connection listed right after one another. She is implied to have a weapon with her and suggests that a weapon is necessary for journeying through such dangerous lands. She is probably able to access such a wide range of locations rather easily because she can fly, although her writing suggests that she walked for most of the journey to take in the sights. As I said before, the book is full of hints that Ellina started her journey shortly after the night, and that the knight's travels are unfolding alongside hers. Such hints include her witnessing Shio's portrait of the knight, her coming across the sealed door to the abyss and later finding it open, and her seeing the crossroads become infected. She never directly witnesses the knight themselves except when she is leaving Hallownest and notices the knight going down the well in Dirtmouth. Even though Ellina doesn't directly observe the knight, she seems to observe things that only happen because of the knight, namely bosses becoming active. Examples are the Broken Vessel, Watcher Knights, and Umu, each of which is dormant in-game until awakened by the knight, initiating a battle with the knight that ends in the boss's defeat. This almost seems to imply that the knight started fighting the bosses and then later left, which would only happen in-game through the knight dying and respawning. That's probably not the intention though. The writers of the book just wanted to get Ellina's perspective on a wide variety of different creatures, including ones that are bosses. Speaking of Ellina's perspective, the drawings in the book provide a look at certain objects from an angle that differs from the game's side-scrolling camera view, with some notable examples being the City of Tears fountain, the gates to the Queen's Gardens from Fog Canyon, and the opening of the cast-off shell. Her written observations contain some interesting details that aren't directly present in the game, such as the revelation that the snail shaman in the crystallized mound was encased in a crystal after spending too long in meditation. On the other hand, she seems to know some information that an average wanderer would likely not be privy to unless they did some digging, such as the fact that the Traitor Lord was once the fourth Mantis Lord until he was cast out. Ellina does come across Relic Seeker Lem during her journey, and perhaps he shared with her some information he had gained from the Wanderer's journals already sold to him by the knight, which he'd had time to decipher. This video is meant to be examining the Wanderer's Journal book from a lore perspective, but I have to recommend you get a copy of your own if you can find any available. Like the game itself, it's worth experiencing for yourself if you can, rather than simply looking at an analysis of it. If you have read the Wanderer's Journal book, what did you think of it? Is there anything else that you found interesting? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching this video. Please give it a like if you enjoyed it, and check out the rest of my channel. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.